Why is Palantir such a special company? I was at dinner last night with a friend of mine, a good buddy of mine, Josh, and he was asking me this question. He's, what do you think about Palantir going into 2024? And I'm bullish on Palantir as long as humans are waging war. And what Palantir does so well is that it speeds up the kill chain. The greatest armies throughout human history have all done one thing, which has made them great. They've sped up the kill chain. Remember, what is a kill chain? A kill chain is the process by which you identify, target, and then kill your opponent. Back in the days, it used to be just a guy with a sword. He'd see another enemy coming across the field. He'd run up, they'd start clashing and target, and then he'd stab the person. And that basically was a one-to-one kill chain. Then the bow and arrow made the kill chain faster. You didn't have to get close to your opponent. You could stay on the other side of the field, shoot the bow and arrow, shoot the arrow, boom, and hit the person. And then catapults basically increase the speed of the kill chain. You can actually put a 350-pound stone in a catapult, think Julius Caesar here, and fire that catapult over, and that one stone would kill 5 to 10 people. Again, instead of 1-to-1, 5, 10 people are dying from that one catapult. Think Napoleon with cannons. He was able to move cannons on a battlefield so fast and kill dozens of people at a time. World War I, the machine gun, it let you kill hundreds of people at a time. You think of the French cavalry that marched in against those German soldiers who had those submachine guns. It just mowed them down. It's just crazy. But the biggest change in the kill chain was in World War II. A lot of folks think that was because of the Nazis introduced this concept of blitzkrieg or lightning war. And they think that that really sped up the kill chain. But actually, the truth is, it wasn't the German tanks that made the difference. It was the radios they installed in those tanks. So that was the first time in modern history that all those tanks were able to share information with all of each other, basically networked, and tell each other about position movements of the enemy and react as one. So basically, that was really the advent of modern warfare, and that sped up the kill chain. What Palantir does that's so interesting and so important is its software also speeds up the kill chain. It has an AI software that identifies, targets, and can kill incoming threats. How does that work in the real world? Let's say Russia fired 100 drones into Ukraine last night. Palantir, using all these satellites and all this data and all these cameras, et cetera, on the battlefield, can automatically take little pictures of everything that's happening, classify incoming drone, Russian made, Iranian made, identify, target, this is the location of this drone, and then send a shoot order to a missile battery or missile defense system. Basically, at the speed of software. This is the first time in human history that the kill chain has been as fast as the speed of software. You don't even need a human involved in this process, which is frightening for a whole bunch of other reasons. Skynet type stuff here. My point is that Palantir is actually pioneering this new software kill chain. And the next war is going to be won by the country with the fastest decision kill chain. Period, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I've said in these pages and on these videos many times before, the world has entered a new cycle of warfare. China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran, this new axis, they're trying to flip the international script and wrest power away from the Western countries. So there's conflict everywhere. It's like the Middle East is on fire, Ukraine, China's always sending ships and airplanes over Taiwan. There's a lot of tension right now. So what Palantir does, as long as that tension is there, what Palantir does is so important to the future of this country and our ability to defend ourselves and wage war faster. And the faster you wage war, in theory, the lower loss of life there is. A fast war, the best kind of war, if you have to have one, is the fastest war. That's all I have. Thanks.